What up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going through my fragrances, my aftershaves, my perfumes. What's the word I'm looking for? Cologne. Cologne is what I'm looking for. Cologne is the word. I'm not a fragrance expert, so please forgive my terminology if I'm getting things wrong, but I do know what I like and what I don't like. And I wanted to run through my fragrances, specifically which ones I use in summer, which ones I use in winter, autumn, spring, etc. Because to me, that's one of my favorite things about picking a fragrance. So these are my fragrances. I keep them in this box that I got from, I think it's from H&M Home. And it's like the perfect size. It fits everything perfectly. It's great. I actually have a wire attached to the back because I backlight them sometimes just because I'm a bit of a weirdo. Fragrance to me is something important when it comes to style and fashion because it adds like a whole nother dimension to a look or outfit. And smells to me are one of the biggest triggers for creating like memories. Smells can really take you back. They can make you remember like specific moments in your life so easily. And a few of these I picked out because they triggered memories from like my childhood or my teenage years or something like that. So I'm going to start in spring. It's actually autumn right now, but if I start with spring, then we can end up in winter, which is nice because that's kind of what season we're heading into. So for springtime, when you're coming out of Christmas, you want something fresh, kind of citrusy. Tend to go for this one. This is Versace. No, it's Versace Blue Jeans. Is that going to focus? Yeah. To be honest, it's probably the color that reminds me of spring as well as the smell. But to me, it's a little bit like flowery, but it's sweet, it's citrusy. It just feels fresh. It feels really fresh. And I think coming out of Christmas, like it just uplifts everything. In Christmas, I'm always going for like musky kind of woody smells. And this feels like completely new kind of smell compared to that. If you haven't checked out Fragrantica, how do you say that? Fragrantica. It's a really good one for finding perfumes based on like the smells, on the notes and the accords. I don't quite know the difference between notes and accords, but so if you want something that's citrusy, you can literally click on citrus and it will show you a load of perfumes and fragrances that match up with that smell. And then you can find like similar smelling fragrances to one another. So for Blue Jeans, it's actually listed as aromatic, fresh, spicy, makes sense, woody, citrus, vanilla, powdery, lavender, fresh, floral, sweet. It's going down, which yeah, I can smell all of those in this, especially the citrus and woody. A little bit pine, kind of reminds me of like a foresty walk with pine trees and stuff. And it's fresh. Fresh spicy is the best way to describe it, I think. You know what, smelling all of these, I'm gonna be so tempted to put some on right now, but I'm not going anywhere and I don't wanna waste them. So that's my go-to when we're entering into spring. I also have this one, which is a Ted Baker fragrance. You can tell that I just go for the blue ones that look spring-like. It doesn't remind me so much of spring. It's again citrusy and it kind of feels fresh. It's like wakes you up for spring. I think it's a nice one to fall back on if I'm running low on Blue Jeans, basically. The Blue Jeans one was actually a gift from my parents and I hadn't done any research into it. At first I was like, I'm not sure I like it, but I actually really do like it. I tend to avoid citrusy fragrances. I'll explain that a bit more in a minute. So moving on into summer. Summer for me is a tricky one because most fragrances for summer are very citrusy, very fruity, and I love like a fruity smell. I love fruit in general, but when it comes to aftershaves, I don't like going too citrusy because it just reminds me of toilets. Especially like, I swear men's toilets they always use like lemon citrus smells. So when I smell lemon citrus, I'm just like, it smells like a toilet. So for a long time, I was looking for like a summer smell that wasn't just citrus based. I know that my previous ones like Blue Jeans were very citrusy, but there's a woody kind of spiciness to them, which I like. But for the summer one, I go for Hollister. SoCal. Now I know, oh that's really empty actually. Now I know a lot of people don't like Hollister for various reasons. I know that they used to make their stores smell like, they used to just spray this everywhere in the store. I used to work in one of the stores for a little while. That's when I discovered the smell, and yes, it kind of takes me back to that time. And yes, I understand why people are sick of the smell because it is just overwhelming within their stores, or at least it used to be. So I can understand why some people don't like it. But this is the only smell I have found that to me really encapsulates like summer, that doesn't rely on like heavy citrus notes. To me, it's like a warm kind of, a little bit smoky, kind of vanilla-y, like leathery kind of, it just smells warm to me, and not in like a spicy way, but in just like a, I don't know, man. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like sun cream, which is another good tip. Like if you want to smell summery, wear sun cream because that just smells like summer, right? But yeah, I haven't found anything similar to this that is close enough to summer for me. It smells like a hot summer. It smells like the beach. I don't know what they put in it. But it does the job. So Fragrantica, the website, doesn't actually have any notes for it, like accords. Someone in the comments has described it as like pineapple, coconut, musk, and wood. Which yeah, I can smell those. Oh wait, so they've put top notes as pineapple, coconut, melon, mid is pine, and base is vanilla and suede. Which yeah, to me that combination, summer. It's summer. If you guys know any similar smells to that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so far that's my go-to for summer. I will say I try not to spray it on me too much because I don't want to have that, you know, intense Hollister smell that people think of when they think of the stores. For all my fragrances, I tend to do one on the wrist, dab it onto the other wrist, and then one on each side of the neck. Sometimes, like when I'm working at a desk, my wrist is on the table, so it rubs off. So I either spray on the top of my hand. What is that? Your outer palm? I don't know. Or on your arms, because I got like hair on my arms, and I heard that spraying perfume fragrance onto like hair follicles apparently makes it smell longer. I don't know. That could be made up. But yeah, tends to be 3 to 4 sprays. 1, 2, 3. No more. Any more than that, then you're just, you know, it's too much. So that is my summer smell. Moving on into autumn, I've got a couple for autumn that I really like. So I'm going to start with my least favorite to my most favorite, even though they're all favorites. So this one is a Ted Baker London one. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what that says. I got it for Christmas one year and I really like it. It's warm, it's spicy. It's a little bit kind of it's quite fresh actually. I'm gonna look up the notes for it. So that's Ted Baker London skinwear. Does that say skinwear? I think so. It's a bit of a weird name. I mean, I'm about to find out because I'm gonna Google it. It is skinwear. Okay, cool. So the main accords, the top accords, citrus. Weird because I said I didn't like citrus. Woody, which is I think woody and citrus kind of cancel each other out a little bit. Not cancel each other out, but like I think the woodiness makes it not as bad for me when it's citrusy. Aromatic, fresh, spicy, amber, powdery, musky. Yeah, I guess it is quite citrusy. Well, that's why it's my least favorite. So the next one that I like to wear in autumn is Black XS by Paco Rabanne. This is one that is it can be quite intense. I tend to save this for like nights out or when I'm looking a little bit smart, a little bit sexy. I want to like feel a little bit, it's more exciting than the others. A lot of my winter fragrances are very musky, very woody, very like comforting, relaxing, and this one to me is a bit more like energetic. It's still very like warm and a little bit kind of relaxing, but there's like a piercing kind of spiciness to it that I feel like is a little bit exciting. Sometimes it's a bit sickly. It's quite sweet. That's the best way I can describe it, is like sweet. I think maybe for some people it would be too sweet, so I try and again not to spray it too much. The main accords for this one, yeah, sweet is pretty high up there. Warm, spicy, citrus again. Citrus is showing up in all of these, and I said I didn't like citrus. I clearly have no idea what I like. It's like lemony citrus I don't like. Amber, aromatic, woody, balsamic, interesting, cinnamon, patchouli, lactonic. Don't know what lactonic is. Milky? But yeah, sweet and warm and spicy, I'd say are definitely some that it's nice. I have had compliments on it before. I do feel like it's like Marmite though. I honestly think a lot of people probably wouldn't like it, and then people who do like it really like it. So yeah. So that is another one of my autumn winter ones. Like I said, I saved that for going out. This next one is my favorite one for autumn. It's actually quite similar to the previous one in the sense that it is quite a unique smell, and I think some people may not like it. At first I wasn't sure, and then the more I wore it, the more I was like, actually I do like this, and I sort of created memories with this smell. So now when I smell it, I think of like autumn and like cozy evenings and stuff like that. It's a Burberry one. There's no text on it, so that's what it looks like. It's Burberry London, I think it's called. It's got the notes on the back. Mimosa, port wine, leather. I'm gonna see what the website says, because I feel like those are very specific. The main smell here is tobacco. 100% can smell that. Cinnamon, sweet, warm, spicy, woody, leather, bit of lavender, bit of amber, fresh, spicy, and mossy. I like they added mossy in because I definitely get a sense of like nature. They all make total sense for me. So this is one of my favorite ones. It's really iconic, so recognizable, and maybe it's just the bottle and the colors of it, but to me it screams like autumn. It is my favorite one. As soon as we head into September, October, I'm just like whipping this out, and I'm loving it. And like I said, now that I've used it for so many years, it's created this feedback loop where when I smell it, I just think of autumn, and I refuse to wear it around Christmas time or any time after Christmas, because I don't want to associate it with that time period. I want to keep it specifically autumn. So that is actually one of my favorite ones here. Moving into more winter, interestingly enough, this one I discovered because I was trying to find a similar fragrance to this next one, which is actually probably my favorite, which you might have probably heard of, is Spice Bomb by Viktor and Ralph. It is one of my favorite smells. It's very wintry to me. I discovered it because I was on a night out with some friends, and one of them was wearing it for the first time, and just smelling it instantly took me back to being a kid in my best friend's dad's car, being driven around. He always used to have these like crazy nice like sports cars, and I remember sitting in the back seats that were all like leather, and I had a seatbelt on, but I was like sliding around because like it was all like leather, and he was driving, he wasn't driving that fast, but like it was, you know, he'd rev pretty fast. And yeah, I guess something about maybe he wore this fragrance. I don't know. He was a cool guy. Something about that memory was triggered by this smell, and I had to discover what it was. I mean, I asked my mate what it was, and he told me. And for a long time, I didn't want to smell the same as him, so I was looking at alternatives. Like I was looking at these notes and the chords and trying to find similar things, which is how I found the Burberry one, which I like. But this is the OG. I just ended up getting it because I couldn't find anything similar. First off, I love that it's a grenade, and that when you pull it, it feels like you're about to throw it or spray it. I don't know. It just reminds me of Christmas, because I always wear it for Christmas. I always wear it in the run up to Christmas. Again, I only use it in that time period, which is great because I don't run out very easily. So for me, it's specifically is creating, again, it's that feedback loop. It's creating more memories. It's making it even more associated with specific parts of the year. So the main notes and accords: warm, spicy, cinnamon, tobacco. See, very similar to the Burberry one, but they smell quite different. It's weird. I'd say the Burberry one is definitely more tobacco-y, and the Spice Bomb is more spicy. Spice Bomb. But there's like more vanilla. They've put sweet, I guess sweet, yeah. Warm, spicy, cinnamon, tobacco, sweet, soft, spicy, leather, aromatic, citrus. This one has just, yeah, it's a lot calmer. It's not, I wouldn't wear that on a night out. I'd wear it around like family, having cozy nights in, you know, warm, cozy, relaxing. That's the vibe I get from Spice Bomb. Even though it's Spice Bomb and it's a grenade, feels like it should be kind of exciting, but it's not. To me, it's not. It's relaxing and it's like calm. There is like a more spicy version, an extreme version, which I found to be a little bit, I don't know, I felt like it was missing some of the warmer, vanilla-y type smells to it. I don't know, I can't remember. There's also like a nighttime version, which I think is more citrusy. And then there's like another one. But to me, this one is kind of relaxing and cozy. And the interesting thing about this is it does actually last a long time. I mean, they all do, but this one specifically, I remember I wore it. I sprayed it in the morning when I was going out to see some friends. I was out the whole day. I ended up going out in the evening. I went out for dinner, and then I ended up like out late as well. And I remember thinking like, I kind of wish I had a chance to reapply it before I went out. But actually, I ended up in a chippy, getting some chips, as you do. The guy behind the counter, like, he wasn't even that close to me, but the guy behind the counter was like, what fragrance are you wearing? It smells really nice. And he was complimenting me, which was lovely. But like, I remember thinking like, I can't smell this anymore. Like I thought it had worn off, but it hadn't. I just gotten completely used to it, which is, you know, what happens with fragrance. You do get used to it, so don't reapply it the same day, because you probably still smell quite strongly of it. You just can't smell it yourself. But even like smelling my arm, my wrist, I was like, I can only just smell it. It's crazy to me that a guy on the other side in a chip shop, like, it smelled like chips, you know what I mean? Like, and he could smell it. But yeah, so point of that is that it does last. When I got this one, actually, I got one of the box sets because it was on sale. So I got this little cheeky little, no, I didn't. This isn't what came with it. It came with like a little version, like a little travel version. This isn't it. It's glass, but it's about that size. This is something I picked up online. It's like a little refillable kind of thing that you can spray to keep out on the go. Pretty handy. So those are my main smells. I'd say my 4 favorites are Hollister, Black Excess, Burberry London, Spice Bomb. Those are like my 4 like ideal ones. If I could only keep 4, that's like the 4 I would keep. They're my favorites. I do have a couple others that I've gotten through like gifts and presents. I've actually got one of my first ever fragrances here. You can tell I just don't use it. I promise it was this color when I got it. It hasn't gone off. It still smells like really strong, which is one of the things that put me off when I first got it. It was like too strong for me. It's kind of very like masculine and kind of a little bit sporty maybe. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't even know what the brand is. Oh, Harvey Nichols. I don't know. It's like it's one of those tricky ones where I never use it, but I also don't want to get rid of it because I kind of like the smell. So I need to experiment with it a bit more, wear it out, see what other people say, and decide on it. Because Burberry London, I didn't think I liked it, and then it grew on me suddenly. So maybe I should wear this one more. It's just one that I rely on if I want to smell good, but I don't want to waste some of my favorite ones. It's one that I fall back on. So yeah, that's all my fragrances. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got maybe some inspiration from this. I would definitely, if I were you, I'd definitely check out Fragrantica. I'm probably saying that wrong. Fragrantica. But it's very useful for finding new smells, and obviously you can get like tasters and samples and stuff. I've actually got a box somewhere with like little tester bottles in, which I've just not used. I don't know why. I will say as well, like some of these fragrances, for me, that I match them to specific outfits. Like I said, Black Excess is great for when I'm looking a bit smart, you know, night out kind of outfit. Something like Spice Bomb, it's great for an outfit like this, especially Burberry London, like cozy kind of thing. So a lot of the time my outfit will determine what fragrance I want to wear, if that makes sense. Don't know. Let me know if any of you find that as well. Right, I need to get on with packing. I'm actually in the process of moving at the moment, so it doesn't look too chaotic in my current background, but there is boxes everywhere. See, everything's in boxes. Moving is fun. I need to get on with that. I'll probably do a moving vlog actually. I want to film some of the move-in and some of the furniture that I'm buying, so you can look forward to that hopefully. Thanks as always for watching this video. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the bell notification. It's always helpful. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.